Welcome, the first edition of the Morning Crossfire this week. It's very interesting because politically a lot has gone on in the country. We had the IBB book launch that has really brought up a lot of conversation. A lot of people reacting to that book launch and some of the things that were said and what the book contains. A lot of people haven't even read and I think would not read. They're just going to run by what they've heard at that launch. Well, that's one side. Another thing that happened was members of the PDP who are said to be loyal to the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, were in Calabar and a Congress was held. Now, this Congress is the bone of contention for our conversation today. And on the show this morning, I would be speaking with the PDP state chairman, Robinson Ewor, on the show today. Would also be getting Godspower, Mr. Godspower Egbule, to join us on the show and also give some legal interpretation, especially to the court orders that had ensued before we had that exercise conducted in Calabar over the weekend. Well, first, go on Facebook if you are just joining us, Nigeria Info 92.3, and let us hear what your thoughts are on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. We have the post up there, and we need to hear what your view is on that particular matter, especially as it concerns politicians and court orders. There seem to be plenty of those emanating from almost any court these days when it comes to politicians. And it's beginning to raise questions for a lot of people. They're trying to understand, is it the courts that are to be blamed with the several court orders that they give, some from coordinate jurisdiction, and we still get the orders? Or is it the politicians who have one court order that they don't like, will get another court order to help them counter the other court order? This practice has marred the political system of this country years on, and it still is, and possibly, I dare say, it will continue to. So let us know what you think about it on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can also download the Nigeria Info app and join the conversation. Download the Nigeria Info app and join the conversation this morning. On YouTube, Nigeria Info. On X, Nigeria Info PH. Some comments on Facebook already. While I got power says, purported South Zonal Congress in Calabar. The name of the PDP was a gathering of the former state appointees of the FCT minister. I thought I saw Duke there. I'm trying to. I thought I saw Duke. Am I correct? Well, let's hear what the FCT minister had to say. Let's start from there before we get on and try to establish contacts with my guest. Let's hear what the FCT minister had to say. For some people, they described it as an effort to justify the Congress. And not many people welcomed the idea. He said that, well, despite a state high court order stopping the Congress, they had gone on and held that Congress. And he says whatever that they did, everything that they did was in line with the party's constitution.
There's no part of the constitution that says the Congress was won because you are attending a wedding. There's no way. There's nowhere in the Constitution that says if you are traveling to the United States, the zone should postpone their. Nowhere. There's nowhere the Constitution says if you are busy, the zone should postpone their Congress. There's nowhere. And there's not been any Congress or convention every delegate has been present. So there's no law. I said everybody must be present before a convention or a congress is held. And let me assure you, after the election today, no other congress will. This is our job. This is just say National Working Committee shall conduct zonal convention.
All right, you heard the FCT minister there. He has said, well, truth is, everybody must not be present. And something that's even most interesting that he said at the end of that was, he can assure everyone that after this one, there's not going to be any other Congress. This is our work. This is what we do. In other words, saying he understands the game. This is his business, and he understands it. So he has done the Congress, and he's sure that no other Congress will be held after that one, practically saying that Congress is the authentic one. It is authentic and according to the laws laid down by the PDP. All right, now let's get in touch with my guest, the chairman of the PDP in Rivers State, Robinson Ewor. While we do that, let's also hear your thoughts about it. You've heard what the FCT minister said. Let's get on there and hear what your thoughts are about it. Quickly, let us know what you think. Call us up 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007. The worry is if there was a court order that had said that Congress wasn't going to hold, and the party itself had postponed holding that Congress, unfortunately, it didn't play out as they thought. Well, because according to the FCT minister, there was another court order now from an Abuja High Court that gave them go-ahead to conduct this Congress. Some people would argue that these courts are of coordinate jurisdiction. So why then should one supersede the other? Our lawyers would say, in this case, the one that came first is the superior one. Well, I'm not a lawyer. I wouldn't know. But how does the PDP conduct its congresses is the ultimate question. How does the PDP conduct its congresses? That is the ultimate question. That is the ultimate question, because we had the FCT minister say it's not constitutional. Everybody must not be here. Everybody doesn't have to be present. But is that how the party has been conducting the elections before? Is that how the FCT minister had participated in elections conducted by the party before? Is that the situation? That's what we seek to find out. But let's get your thoughts on these court orders and politicians. They always get them. And many have said, is it the court that is the problem or the politicians? Good news from our three. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother man.
All right, quickly, good news. Let's hear you.
Are you not saying that it's very obvious that things are not being straightened the way it ought to be? Remember, APC had similar problem, and they said we don't obey court order. When the Magnus Tony Saga came, and the APC fought against this, went to undercourt and got judgment and went to court. But at the end of the day, the court nullified what APC did. They even said that the Supreme Court said that APC cannot benefit from her stupidity. That was the actual exact word the Supreme Court used. And it was nullified, and we came back again and started struggling again until Tonyoko came. Now, something is playing. And there's a court judgment stopping them from conducting election in the ward and local government. They flagrantly bad it, went ahead and did what they were doing. There's another one stopping them from doing what they're doing in Calabar. Imagine a Congress where PDP said they're doing. One of the governors from the region attended. It's not funny. So Mr. Wike and Co knows better than the governors and the attorney generals of these governors of these states, including the Calabar. What are we not doing? Putting this country into confusion? Was everything go your way? Okay, now let's calm down. Tomorrow, now look at one funny thing. The police had also the order. The police never stopped it. Tomorrow, when the other people, the governors and the people will come and do the Congress, the police will say they have intelligence. They will go and bar and stop close the place.
All right, good news.
The minister is saying that no, he has shouting that nobody can do because he feels the police.
All right, good news. Thank you very much. We have Chima and Ida on the line, but quickly, the state chairman of the PDP is on the line for us as well. Even though we have a short commercial coming in, let's just hear his thoughts on this in few words. Mr. Ewor, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, before we take the break, just tell us one thing. What happened in Calabar? What does the PDP think about it?
No. What happened in that? First and foremost, thanks for having me. What happened in Calabar is not a PDP Congress. The Congress of PDP, by the party constitution, is being organized and executed by the NWC, National Working Committee of the party.
All right, pause there. Let's take this commercial first.
Earlier scheduled congresses for South,
After the commercial.
Nigeria limit.
PDP State Chairman Robinson Ewor, to remind us the PDP Zonal Congress crisis situation. Now, some members of the PDP said to be loyal to the FCT minister, said to have been in Calabar over the weekend, organized the Congress, and we heard the FCT minister in that Congress say it is not a must for every executive of the party to be present. It is not in the constitution that everybody must be present. That's one. And two, he says, this Congress is the one. There will be no other Congress. And went further to even say, this is our business. This is our work. We understand it. Well, let's quickly go to my guest and get his thoughts. He had started by saying what happened in Calabar was not the PDP Congress. I'm sure he has more to say. Mr. Ewor, thank you for staying with us.
Thank you.
So you were saying that what happened in Calabar was not a Congress. If it wasn't a Congress, what was it, and how does the PDP conduct its Congresses?
Okay, thank you very much. It is the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, that is saddled with the responsibility of organizing congresses from the world, local government, and state.
And this is constitutional?
It is in the Constitution. That is the Constitution of PDP. It is the National Organizing Secretary that issues statements about congresses. The National Working Committee of PDP earlier scheduled the South-South Zonal Congresses, South-East Zonal Congress, and North-East Zonal Congress for Saturday, the 22nd of February 2025. There is scheduled that of the South-South. It earlier scheduled it. Besides the cut of the National Working Committee of the party, who is saddled with the responsibility to organize Congress, earlier scheduled the Congress. And the party and the different states, led by the different governors and state chairmen, were duly notified by the National Working Committee of the party, including myself. So for the FCT minister and others to go to Calabar and organize the Congress is an anomaly. It is not a PDP Congress, and there's no way it can stand as a PDP Congress. Going forward, the River State, Port Harcourt, is the headquarters of South-South Zone. The Constitution of PDP provides that congresses should be held at the zonal headquarters. If PDP will organize zonal congress today for South-South, it will hold in Port Harcourt and not Calabar. It is only the FCT minister and his co-workers that will tell us exactly what happens in Calabar. It is not a PDP Congress. I stand by that. And the Constitution of PDP says so.
All right, let's take some questions from the listener because there was a lot that was said by the FCT minister. Time would not allow us to dive into all of it. But yes, you hear what some of the listeners ask. Hopefully, they would ask some more questions from what happened over the weekend and respond to some of the comments that was made by the FCT minister Yeson Wike. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. Let's go to Elele. Emeka, good morning.
Yes, my dear brother, good morning. Yes, my name is Emeka. I'm calling from Elele.
Okay.
Yes, I want to ask a question. You are getting the studio. Does the have the political will to conduct the zonal congress?
Does who have the political will?
Suspended the young man since last year from his work in Edo State. My dear brother, let us tell ourselves the truth. That Congress in Cross River State, I see it as a send-off for those people that is there. But they will soon suspend them from the party. It's a gathering of GDIs, not a PDP Congress. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Jude Inomuma, good morning.
Yeah, for me, you see, the problem we have in this country is the judiciary. And if nothing is done, the Nigerian judiciary will run this country to anarchy. Different courts will make ruling, give orders, another court will give another one. And the judiciary is just there, folding their hands, sitting in their offices, snipping their coffee, and doing nothing about it. It has lingered on for a very long time. What are we going to do? The judiciary Are you not hearing, are you not seeing this counter and counter orders and rulings being made by the judiciary? What do you expect the citizens to do? That's $1 million question, the judiciary. They are pushing the citizens into trouble. Do something now to save the judiciary, to save the Nigerian citizens. Discipline the erring judges and courts. That's why we just have you there. You are just there as old as some of us, just sipping your coffee and doing nothing. Judiciary, stand up and do something before you run this country into trouble. My take.
All right, Jude. Let's hear Godspower from Mudara. Godspower, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning. My name is Ayeba Godspower. Andrew, please, I want to correct an impression. When anybody is given chairman of parties, it is either the national body, the NWC, that will acting, or you will be elected. The issue of referring to Sir Ewor as the chairman of PDP in River State is not good. It's not good. As I'm concerned, the NWC did not appoint him as the acting chairman. Then that said, I want to ask him a question. When the World Congress was conducted in River State, they kicked against it and they never participated. When the AJ Congresses was done, they kicked against it and they never participated. The states was done. Now the Zonal Congress held and now they are complaining. The only Congress remaining is the National Convention. So what he's doing, and I begin to wonder the kind of game Sim is playing. How can a high court stop a political party Congress from zone, for that matter? A state high court. I begin to wonder what they are using our courts to do in this country. And they are setting a bad precedent in this state that a high court will want to stop a party Congress. The federal high court has the jurisdiction, has given them the leeway to go ahead with the Congress. I begin to wonder what will benefit from this kind of politics they are playing in River State.
Let's go to Leitambari. Leitambari, good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi, Andrew. Yeah. Ifemi, I want to say that as far as Magu remains the national party chairman, all efforts made by Ewor in River State will be abortive. Because, just like the last caller said, the Congress has been done. All they are just looking at is the National Convention. And when that National Convention will come to play, you will see that they themselves will not also be part of that. As far as Magu remains the National Party chairman, I think all they are trying to do in River State, just to confuse, I think I've made one suggestion to these people, the Ewor faction. I think they should advise the governor to plan for a better political party to join, because this PDP is not going to take him to a better place. I think in as much as he expects to recontest the 2027 election, he should look at a proper political party he is going to join, and that will help him better than conflicting or contesting power with his boss, the FCT minister, and he cannot defeat the FCT minister.
All right, Mr. Ewor, you heard some of the callers. What do you make first?
Yes. Well, first and foremost, it is the National Working Committee that is saddled with the responsibility to conduct congresses for the party. The National Working Committee schedules congresses for that day, and they have earlier scheduled it. It is not the position of Yusuf Wike, is not a member of the National Working Committee or FCT minister to conduct congresses for the party. Secondly, the judiciary is not the problem of this country. It is the desperate politicians who know that they are on the wrong path. Yes, Wike is not a member of the National Working Committee. The FCT minister is not the governor of the state, who is the leader of the party. What what impetus does it have to go and conduct congresses in Calabar? He doesn't have that power. The PDP constitution does not bestow power on him. Bobby the Damagu is the acting chairman of PDP, and it is the head of the NWC. Even when they conducted their purported World LG and State Congresses, it was sanctioned by the Damagu-led NWC. But in this case, this zonal Congress was not sanctioned by the Damagu-led NWC. That is to tell you that it is neither here nor there. Finally, Damagu, as a national chairman, is the head of the NWC of the party today as we speak.
Yeah, but they say he is in cohort with the FCT minister. Shouldn't that be a concern?
No, it should not. There is room for crisis and there is room for resolution, internal medicine to resolve crisis in the party. They are not bothered about that. Yes, so wicked, the FCT minister and co are on a mission to destroy the party. They now talk about him going to another party. What I have said it severally and I will repeat it here. If the FCT minister is so popular as they said, as they claim, let him go and register a political party. And let us see where his popularity will take him to.
Hey,
not PDP. PDP is not his party. PDP is registered, organized by eminent Nigerians, prominent Nigerians. And the party has succeeded for more than 25 years today. It is not yet a wicked party.
All right.
I challenge them to go and register a political party. And let us see how far it will go.
What about the
PDP is Nigerian party.
The people?
Is a citizen of Nigeria. Same is the leader of the party in the state.
All right, Mr. Ewor.
Continue to be the leader of the party in the state.
There is the question. I mean, one of the callers also raised questions about your position as chairman at the moment for the.
We have discussed this issue severally in this medium. I don't want to dabble into that anymore. I don't want to go into the status of my position. I'm the chairman today. We have discussed this over and over and over and over.
All right, Chima.
Let them continue to live in the wonderland.
All right, let's go to Rumokuta. Chima, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Ifemi.
Let's hear you quickly.
Good morning, Mr. Ifemi.
Good morning.
All right, I get your guest at the studio. Mr. Ifemi, it's so appalling that somebody will be speaking so manipulant about a man that is irreproachable and has worked so much for the party. Now, if you're saying that Wike should take his popularity to go and float another party, you see, the man that you knew that has been in the party since the creation of the party in 1998, that will not leave the party, or you that don't seem to the party, that maybe Ewor wasn't even a politician, and he was just introduced by Wike.
Chima, please, next time it's Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Chima.
Hello?
It is Governor Siminalayi Fubara.
Thank you. The Governor Siminalayi Fubara that was introduced to the party come and go to election, that we all knew that he said that he wasn't a politician. Now, the matter at hand about the Donald Congress. Now, the issue is that if the Governor Fubara people do not want to do Congress in River State or in local government or in wards, I don't know how national is going to be, because we were to do World Congress, they went to court. And they said that the court has disputed it, that there is no Congress. I have been waiting to hear their own date for the Congress for the world. I have not heard. FTA, they went to court again. They said again, no date yet. Now, no date. Now you have gone to court again for zonal Congress. When are we going to do the normal Congress? Because if you say you are a real member of the party, are you not saying that all your antics is trying to kill the party? So at the end of the party might not produce candidates as they are elected, or my guy might not produce whatever as they are elected. Now, when we look at this whole thing now, who is the enemy of PDP? Because if you say that you're on the ground according to what the alleged chairman in the video is saying, why are you scared of a Congress? Now, this Congress is not going to be held by Wike according to you. So why are you scared of it? I'm going to a state judicial to go and take injunction. And already you have already heard that state judicial does not have power to do with party congresses. It is a federal court that has power to do with it. Why do you still go to state?
Let's go to Mufasa now. Thank you, Chima. Quickly, Mufasa, and then Isaiah from Buguma, and that will be it. Mufasa, good morning.
I'll try as much as possible to be brief, in as much as I know that the last caller took almost 5 hours or 5 minutes to express.
And that's not true. It didn't take 5 minutes. Go on, Mufasa.
I believe that there are procedures when you want to do anything in any human endeavor. PDP is an institution, and as an institution, it is bigger than any individual. There are processes to follow, like the chairman has rightly stated out. It is the NWC that is saddled with the responsibility to organize congresses, especially zonal congresses. How is it possible for you to conduct a zonal congress and the major stakeholders from the zone is not present at that congress? So what do you call that? So for me, I think it's high time the PDP started dishing out punitive measures on individuals who think they are bigger than the party. The FCT minister is not a member of the NWC, and the NWC have come out to make an official statement concerning that purported congress. They said nothing heard in Calabar. So why are we...
Hello, Mufasa. Hello, Mufasa. All right. I think you got interrupted by your service providers. Isaiah from Buguma, unfortunately, we can't accommodate that anymore. Call. This message from Ida in Nkoro says, I want to thank the chairman of the PDP in the state, Robinson Ewor. I also want to tell the former governor, Nyesom Wike, that there was no Congress in Calabar. This one says, I think the FCT minister is squareheading an APC mission to destroy the PDP. The governor of the state has already warned him. Now he's facing the PDP. Before Ernest says, PDP has not been bold to tell herself the truth. Yes, on weekend, Atiku remains the injustice and threats to the party because Atiku was untouchable, and so Wike is towing the same line. PDP should expel Wike and Atiku specifically. In Dubisi says, I want to know if is Wike the national chairman to conduct such Congress? Why would Wike allow himself to be used by opposition? That's another one there. Let me quickly go to my guest, Mr. Ewor. I don't know if you can hear us. Oh man, I think we lost the call. We'll have to try and reestablish contact, but the time will not allow us to do that. So let's just go over to Muriel in Okrika quickly. Muriel, good morning. Hello, Muriel. Yep, go on, please.
Hello, Istemi, good morning.
Yes.
Thank you. This is your Okrika woman. Istemi, I've said it before and I'll say it again continually that if democracy fails in this country, I will blame the judges, the court, the entire justice system, both past and present judges. Now, the Chief Justice of the Federation that came out to say they want to stop all this conflicting judgments, cause of incompetent jurisdiction, handling matters that are not supposed to. How can courts of coordinated division give different judgments, complicating our entire democracy? And yet, we will fold our hands and keep watching them do this. Even the police will go ahead and support. They don't want to align with their body language is just tilting towards those at the federal government. That's all. It is unfortunate the system we are practicing, but the NWC, I want to make them, I dare them to go further than just disowning that purported conference and take steps, to ensure that this kind of thing does not happen again. If our justice system cannot do anything, let the parties within themselves take strong and stringent actions against every member.
All right, Muriel. Thank you very much. That's too much. We're taking no more calls. Isaiah, unfortunately, sorry. The plan was to move over to my guest, and that was the reason why we didn't take your call. And then as fate had it, the service providers didn't make that go according to plan. This message says, as a Nigerian, I'll blame government agencies like the judiciary and the police if democracy is truncated today. It's obvious the court orders and judgments are meant for a few and not for everybody, especially that of the PDP led by the faction of the FCT minister that went ahead to conduct exercise despite court orders stopping it. My question is, if the NWC of the PDP decides to hold Congress backed by the governors in the party, hope the police will not run to seal the venue with an excuse of getting a directive from somewhere. This is Ogbole. Kento from Ogbole, you sent that one. Someone says the pliant judges of the state judiciary are part of the problem. I don't think the Rivers High Court have territorial jurisdiction on the matter. Vin, that's from you. Good morning. We'll take a commercial and then hello Port Harcourt.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria Info.
Mommy!